Kieran McGuire here on Box of Bants, and I'm here. Celtic Clash 12 after the headline is finished here, and I'm with Jamie Morrisey after his 60-55 win over Robert Burke. Jamie, what a fight! That is what it's all about, isn't it?
Great fight, bro. You know what I mean? This is why we do it. Yeah, special life for me, Kieran, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, great night, man. Really enjoyed myself. I war. He's a tough geezer, man. Really tough geezer. I think everyone that was in there tonight really enjoyed that fight, and I really enjoyed myself in there as well. To be honest, it was touch and go whether I was going to fight. I had a knock there. Everyone was aware I had a knock, and I just had a sense, a bit of faith that kept telling me to push, go for it, fight. Something was telling me fight, and I went and fought, and I'm delighted, man. I'm overcome with joy, to be quite honest, right now, man. So great night. Yeah. From what I'm speaking to everyone enjoyed the fight. People are calling it a classic, so it was a great fight.
Yeah, yeah.
No respect for that guy. What a geezer, man. Great fight, and a true gentleman even talking to him, like, you know what I mean? But I think we put on a show for the crowd. As I said to him, there's one of those fights, there's no real loser, you know. He came to fight, it was a war. Fair play to him, I really enjoyed myself.
One of the reasons why, like, I do commend that, and look, no one would have blamed you if you said no. Do you know what I mean? And like, Robert had been training for this, and like, one reason why I found it quite emotional was because, like, I knew, like, not everyone knew in there, but me and, you know, the inner circle in boxing, we all knew that your hand was fucked. Like, we all knew that, and I knew during the week that I know there was 4 back between teams and trying to get the fight over the line. And originally, I know you wanted 4 because of your hand, and they wanted 6, and eventually you took it to 6, which, like, I just couldn't believe it, you know. And it's just very special. And, you know, you come from a Muay Thai background, taking it, as we've said, you know, fair play to him taking the fight and everything, but he's had a long amateur career, and you're thinking, did you feel like everyone was thinking that you were going to lose? Was that your kind of feeling, that everyone else thought you were not going to win? Was that the kind of...
I think, like, initially, man, a large part of me taking this fight, Kieran, was I'm a risk taker. I've been a risk taker for a good while, and it pays dividends. Sometimes I've came up short a lot of times, and it hurts, but I'll always go and take the risk. In terms of the step up, I knew when I changed over to boxing that there was a bit of bitterness there. Of course there is, man. There's people changing over after a long amateur's career, and then they see me turning over, and there's a bit of bitterness there. So maybe the contemporary kind of boxing circle, people who had amateur backgrounds and fighters around the country were backing him based on his amateur background. But the truth is, without sounding cocky, I'm sparring top amateurs and top pros a long time. And fighting an amateur like that, a fellow with an amateur background, that's no stranger to me at all. So I can base my previous sparring and my own ability, I can gauge things, and of course I don't go into a fight where I don't think I can win. So I was definitely confident I was going to get to win, but I knew it was going to be a challenge, man. And, you know, we both landed good shots in there, a really good fight, man. And of course it was going to be difficult facing an amateur boxer, but I backed myself all the way in this sport, man. I feel that I can move well as a boxer, so I took the risk and I paid off, thank God. Yeah. Can I just say as well, and I'm not the finished article as a Christian, but God has made a work in my heart the last couple of years, man, and just praise God for this. I prayed there before the dressing room. He's just made a work in my heart the last while. I'm far from the finished article, but the faith I have in my heart over the last year or two is I can't unsee it anymore, unshakable. Praise God, thank you for this life. It's really worth living. My family, everything. This is a real special life I'm getting to live. Boxing, taking risks, an extraordinary life. So thank God, praise God. He knows that's what I want and what I work for, and my relationship with God is the most special thing in my life at the moment. Praise God, thank you.
The fight itself, like, obviously, what I will say, sorry, before I ask the question, is boxing suits you then to the round. Like, you just knew watching you in there, like you're a nightmare for people. Like for all the pedigree that Robert has, like the biomechanics you have, the length, and the way you use those attributes, is you really are suited for the game. But what I was going to say was, going into the fight, what was your game plan? Because your backhand was sore, and I could see that you were mostly throwing uppercuts in the fight. You know,
the uppercut was the shot. 2 weeks ago, Kieran, every sparring early I've had, I've hurt my hand. Even I have OCD, man. I have OCD, and I can't. If I get injured, man, I need, like, boxing and martial arts saved my life in the sense where I'm not going to get into it, man. Like a lot of people, I was just not well, I suppose, doing the wrong things. Boxing and movement, I suppose, saved my life. So when I'm injured, man, it's hurtful for me. You know what I mean? I can't move, I can't train, and it doesn't leave me in a good place. So whenever I'm injured, I find it very, very tough. And I shouldn't have fought tonight, man. I shouldn't be training. Yeah. Every sparring over the last while, bro, I've hurt my hand. 2 weeks ago, I was sparring, I had fresh opponents coming in, threw a right straight down the pipe, and I nearly started ball and grind, man. I was like, what am I going to do? Sean and his gangster, Sean's going to drop the head off him. Well, we thought we were we were preparing for a 4 round with a journeyman, so I could further my career, go in there, move around the lead hand, jab, jab, jab. And then when the Burke fight came up, yeah, I was obviously pushing for the 4 rounds based on the injury, but the uppercut was the one shot throughout training that never hurt me. The straight rights, really sharp hands, hooks around the side could hurt. Straight rights as people were coming in is my best shot, and it was hurting badly, bro. But the uppercuts never hurt ever, so I was confident. I knew that was a shot I was going to stick to. What was my game plan was the jab. I was nervous today, man. I was nervous because like I've been in many main events in Muay Thai, but I'm coming into a new thing here, man. A lot of big names, boxers there tonight. You know what I mean? People I'm a fan of, like, you know what I mean. I like Patrick Rory. I like these guys around the place, man. I see them around. It's cool to see these fellas, man. You know, like I'm a fan of a lot of fighters, man, that I see around the place. So I'm like, shit, man. I wanna put it. And I said it to Sean on the way up in the car. I was like, man, you know what, Sean? I was like, we'll lose it all. I'm sickened, man. I goes, I'm up here in the biggest fight of my life, and I go, Sean, I'm not going to be able to look my best, man. I go, Sean has kept me so centred. I was nervous today, man. Based on my hand, I was nervous a couple of times, man. Like, my mind is my best friend, Kieran, in a sense. Well, it's the madness that I possess that I only kind of started getting my shit together around 22 that has allowed me to take risks and get to a certain point. But a couple of times my mind has fucked me in fights. Or I've left it in the change room and just tired myself out with my OCD, fucking like, rituals, shit I can't even explain to you. Do you understand me? So, but today I felt centred. The game plan was behind the jab, and of course, looked to stinging when he's stepping in. We knew the check hook was a good shot.
Yeah,
plenty of times today.
Yeah,
I think I hurt him with that in a second. Was it a check hook or was it a straight? A few shots hurt him.
It was. I think it was a check hook. Yeah. The second round, obviously, like you spoke about there, so it was very 50-50, and probably in the first round. I think the judges gave him the first round.
Yeah.
And then at the start of the second round, he threw a left hook, and it was a good shot, but it didn't seem to actually hurt you. But then you landed those 2 shots. You hurt him once, and you hurt him again, and it really was at the moment you were thinking, is it going to end here or is it not? Because I know multiple stories about Robert in sparring and how tough he is, like how unbelievably tough he is, and I knew how bad your backhand was. And that's the stuff that makes you emotional, you know what I mean? Because you're like, I just see how tough Robert is, and I could see it in his eyes, it's hurt. And then I look at you, and I know that this is your moment, but you could stop him, and I know how bad your hand is hurt, you know. Were you a bit disappointed?
You knew prior to the fight, my hand was fucked, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't see. I knew it was sore. I knew it was injured, right? But I didn't know it was that bad. And when I saw in the first round, I was like, "Geez, his backhand's very bad." Do you know what I mean? Like, but you still used that. You still used to your advantage. You know what I mean? And was that kind of the moment where you thought, like, if I don't get him out of here, I'm just gonna have to box for the rest of the fight, like?
I knew what sort I was scared. He was putting that mad pressure on. You know, I was one of those tough guys where he's rolling. You could hear him going, coming into shots. Like, hold him, push him back, get back in their jab. That's what I knew. They're the kind of shots, Kieran, where if you can hold someone, push him back and get back in their jab, that kind of recompose you. You're like, okay, he landed. I think it was the third, man. He buzzed me. One shot came over the top, boom. And I was like, oh, I have a good chin, man. Sean will tell you that I have a really good chin. I've landed. I've had some bad spars with fellas, top fighters have rocked me. Well, taught them shots that would rock other people. And Sean would kind of be in the car and they were like, that shot not hurt you, know? They don't really hurt me. That shot was a stinger, but it didn't really hurt me. That was the only shot I can really remember. But he was, it's like those moments of small bit of pressure he puts on the head there, hooks, grazes my head, grab him, push him back. Tyson Fury's class it is. Ali, get back in the gym, bam, bam. So those shots can compose you, get you back recentered, thinking what you.
So did you think you could have? Were you thinking you were going to finish him? Were you?
Oh man, you get the taste of an early night.
But could you feel your hand go like or anything like that, or
my right hand?
Yeah, when you finish him.
I felt my hand started really hurting towards the end of the fight, third and fourth, and certain shots I felt the same pain that would have made me stop and sparring. The adrenaline is there, so. Sean did a great job, and my lead therapist Craig Redden did a great job. So man, I was nervous about Dan, bro.
After each round, it's so loud in there, and even though you won 5 rounds to 1, each and every round was very competitive. Do you know what I mean? It was, but you nicked every single round. There's no doubt about that. And so all the chaos, the shouting, everything like that. What was the message that Sean was telling you in the corner?
To be honest, man, I can't remember anything about that, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I can't remember. Often, I remember at one stage, listening to Word of a Lie, Sean was, and I was going, yeah. And I remember thinking to myself, I didn't listen to one word of that, and that's the truth. I can remember that moment right now. So I can't tell you all that what was going on in the corner. I can remember just going back going, I won that much. You won that, kid. You won that. You're cool. So Sean knows me, man. That, as Martin would say, I'm a bit of a panicker. You know what I mean? I thought I lost my money there for the house over in Luxembourg. Martin went, you're a fucking panicker, man. So Sean knows how to keep me grounded. He did a great job in the corner.
Did you end the fight where you were pretty confident that you had won the fight, weren't you?
At the end of the fight, I knew I won it.
I actually have a clip of you walking across saying, I won that, didn't I?
Yeah, I know I won it at the end.
So I imagine now you're just going to rest and
man.
obviously whatever comes your way, like whatever comes next is going to be a very good fight. It's going to be a 50-50.
He deserves it. He deserves the Celtic title clash now. No man. I said in that article, bro, we set the tone. Remember that a while back? Let's set the tone. He came and set the tone tonight. A great domestic fight. That was the best Celtic clash since I came into the boxing circle. It was the best one I've seen. He came to fight, so he's the one that deserves the title shot. Definitely. We wrap this up, but I want to get down to my family. I'll definitely talk to you during the week.
Well, look, James, I want to say I really appreciate it. That was really special tonight. I really appreciate it, and hopefully there's many more to come. All right.
Thank you, my friend. Pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.